Hello, my name is Matt Crowley, and this is my video showcasing my project for my software testing and quality assurance class. This project was made completely on my laptop, but I'm filming this video on my desktop for video quality purposes. And in this video, I'm going to be walking you through what's in my GitHub repository, and then I'm going to be executing my unit tests from my command line, and then I'm going to be hopping into my Rider IDE where I showcase my 100% unit test coverage of the project. So first, we are going to start what's in my GitHub repository. And up top here, we have my README assets folder, which simply is a place for me to house all of the image that's in my README file, like this one right here. We'll get to that later. And in this folder, which is the source folder, we have the calculator logic in source file and the calculator logic unit test folder in source file. Notice how the calculator logic and the calculator logic unit tests are completely separated and very loosely coupled. This maintains the single responsibility principle, which is a good practice of software engineering. So as we hop into the calculator logic folder, we're going to be going to the source file where it has numerous statistical functions that we're going to be unit testing. And if we hop into the calculator logic unit test file, it showcases 24 unit tests that test those statistical functions of the calculator logic, all while achieving 100% unit test coverage. So now we're going to be going to the README file. At the top here, it gives a brief explanation of what this project includes, like the statistical functions, and then it also showcases the unit tests, which tests for failing states and succeeding states of the statistical functions, all while achieving 100% unit test coverage. And as we continue through the README, this is the table of contents, which lists the team members of who completed this project, the system architecture diagram, the environment needed to complete this project on your own machine, and then executing the unit test instructions so that you can execute the unit test through your command line. And then we're going to be reviewing the 100% unit test coverage of my Rider IDE. So as we continue on, we're in the team members section, and this project was completed by one person, which is me, Matt Crowley. In the next section, this is the system architecture of the project. And let's get a closer look at this. This diagram was made in Plant UML, which I highly recommend if you want to make your own software diagrams. Right here we have two modules, the calculator logic unit tests and the calculator logic module right here. As you can notice, they are completely separated where the unit test references the calculator logic. And this is the 24 unit tests that achieve 100% coverage, and then the numerous statistical functions of the calculator logic itself. And that is the system architecture. And this is the code for Plant UML if you wanted to try it out on your own. And in this environment section, this is basically telling you everything that you need to know to complete the project on your own, like installing Git and .NET 8, which are required for cloning this repository and executing the unit tests on the command line. Also Rider, and getting started with the unit testing so that you can write your own unit tests. Right here, the executing unit tests is a step-by-step instruction list on how to execute the unit tests through your command line. And right here, we have the reviewing unit test coverage, which showcases the unit test succeeding in Rider, but more importantly, it showcases the 100% unit test coverage of this project. So now we are going to clone the repository and run the unit tests in my command line. So right here is where you copy the link for the repository, which you need to clone. So now we are going to hop into my command prompt where I showcase the Git version that I have and also the .NET version that I have, which we will be needing .NET 8 to run the unit tests. So right here, we're going to run the git clone command on the repository, which would be cloning the repository to my machine. And we are starting from fresh on my desktop here. So now that we have cloned it, we are going to navigate to the unit tests of the project. And there's a command in the README that does this very fast, but I'm going to be doing it the slow way right here. Calc, let me make sure I don't spell anything wrong. So right here, we are in where the unit tests are in the repository. And to test them, we simply run the .NET test command, where it's building the project, and we're going to be showcasing, slowly but surely, the successful unit tests. So as you can see, all 24 of the unit tests succeeded over the calculator logic. And that is how you run the unit test or your command line. So now we are going to be hopping into my Rider IDE, where I'm going to showcase my project. This is my calculator logic, and it has the statistical functions here. And this is my calculator logic unit test, where it has the 24 unit tests. And here are the unit tests that I'm going to be showcasing. It's going to be simply the compute the mean statistical function unit tests. So right here, if I describe this right here, it's calculating the mean, and this unit test ensures that it returns a correct mean, where the mean of this is 7. So if the function returns 7 and it's equal to this, it will succeed. And this failing condition right here is showcasing a non-legitimate number into the list where you can't compute the mean. And this function, if it's passed through this information, it will fail. And it acts and asserts on it, and the function that returns the provided list contains invalid numbers. And if that message lines up with this, it is going to succeed. So right here, I have ran the unit tests in my Rider IDE, and this is the 24 successes right here. All of them succeed. But more importantly, this is my 100% unit test coverage of the project. And these are all the statistical functions that we covered. So right here is the 100% coverage of the unit tests themselves. And all of this is 100% coverage. I enjoyed making this project, and I learned a very valuable experience. Thank you very much.